I was making a song the other day and found myself in a situation that I tend to find myself in a lot, and that is when I'm building the arrangement of my song and I'm trying to keep the chord progression in my arrangement interesting without getting boring and static. Because let's face it, you never want the chord progression in your electronic music song to be boring and static. You always want it to be interesting and exciting. The trick I'm going to show you today is mega important, and to be completely honest, you're going to have to watch this entire video from beginning to end to ensure that you become at least 20% better at arranging songs. So this right here is the section of track that I was struggling with in terms of keeping these chords interesting. And they kind of followed all the way through the next 4 bars, and it was like the same static chord progression. All the way up until we move forward into this next section of song. So you can see the next section of song brings some spark and excitement to it, but look at these chords. I run the same loop 4 times over, and that's enough for me to get a little bit bored of the chord progression. So I needed to do something. I needed a way to connect this section of chords, so the intro chords, into the bridge chords. I needed an instrument that could start in this section and ride its way through to this section and kind of evolve with those chords into this section of song here, just to keep them interesting and exciting. So my fix to this was a good old ARP. So I'm going to build you 3 different ARPs that we could possibly use for this situation, and I'm going to show you how I would use them. And I'm going to make the length of these ARPs start in the beginning of the song here, and then go into this next section of song here, kind of like it's a shoelace and it's tying those 2 sections together in a very nice melodic way. Let's go ahead and do it. I have a Serum instrument here, and this instrument sounds like this. Just a nice little pluck. And then I have an arpeggiator here that once turned on, it starts arping the sound out. So let's just make a basic 3-note ARP here. So I'm going to come into my arpeggiator and make it go up 2 octaves. And then maybe we could get a different variation. So this is a bit aggressive now of a melody, so I'm going to try to degress this ARP a little bit by getting rid of that noisy pluck. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my audio effects and add a single band EQ. And this one's going to be a high cut. And we're going to open it up in time like that. So I'm going to turn on my automation, click the frequency knob here, and we're just going to evolve it into this next section of song here. So let's start at bar 9 and see if this ARP does the job we need it to do. That sounds cool, but what if we did something like this? We went into modulation and grabbed a tremolo, and now it's going to bounce from ear to ear. just like that, you have a beautiful ARP that tied two sections of the arrangement together like a shoelace. And so what I did is I made a couple more ARPs here so you could hear what different sounds and different ARP melodies would sound like doing the same job. This here's a Nexus 2 guitar sound. It's doing a different melody. See how it kind of ties everything together and gives you a nice, beautiful upbeat on the wide stereo section of your headphones if you're listening with headphones. Then I made another ARP here that we could test out as well. Let's go ahead and try this one. So that one was decent, but again, my favorite ARP was this one. I just liked the notes that it hit, and it was very trickly. So that's a very fun way to use ARPs to tie together sections of your arrangement. I really hope you guys learned something. And if you would like to learn more about arranging songs, building chords, melodies, and drums, come join me in the EDM bootcamp. I look forward to meeting you, and stay tuned for next video.